Hello and welcome to the Gameweek 19 episode of the Stick to FPL podcast, the Premier Fantasy League podcast. I said podcast twice in the intro. That's so bad.
This is why you're not allowed to do this anymore.
Yeah, I know. This is why you're on intro duties at the moment. But regardless, hello everyone. It is just past Christmas Day. We have the festive period is over. I have no idea why I'm still wearing this Christmas jumper.
I definitely didn't forget to change my t-shirt.
No, and we are out of season now. So out of Christmas season, I mean, of course. And we're definitely not pre-recording this before Christmas.
No,
we wouldn't do that.
What?
No. What? Christmas has happened. What did you get for Christmas this year, Sim?
I don't celebrate Christmas.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I do.
What did you get for Christmas?
I can't remember.
I think you got that jumper.
No, because I was wearing this jumper the last episode.
You got another one?
Yeah, it's the same. I got another one. Yes, definitely different one. Yes.
Crazy Boxing Day fixtures, huh?
Oh, how about those games?
How about that player who got all those points?
There was a lot of goals in that one, in particular.
That fixture.
Oh, and you know what? I think he might be essential as well. You know what I mean? Right. Let's do a quick sponsor plug very, very quickly. Shout out to Fantasy Football Hub, who obviously I hope they're still running their Christmas deal right now. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. But yeah, check out Fantasy Football Hub. Use the link in the description / the link tree. We love them. Sim has just gone. All right. Okay. Right. Look, just go to blank.
I hope there's still
People watching this right.
the collapsed on Christmas Day.
Imagine Fantasy Football Hub has closed down as a business.
Administration. Do we still get our sponsorship?
I hope so.
Oh my God.
Puns to show.
Do we need to restart this episode?
No, it's too good. Okay, guys, I have to completely level with you. We are pre-recording this episode because we are busy over Christmas and so is the studio. So you're going to have to bear with us a little bit. But we want to talk a little bit about Game Week 19 regardless. So, yeah, we're going to get into that slightly shorter episode today, but I still think there's a little bit to discuss. So let's go on to the fixtures because I think there are some nice fixture swings coming in Game Week 19. And I think Crystal Palace is the big one. I think if you haven't invested, and obviously I don't know what's happened in Game Week 18 at time of recording, but I imagine Munoz and Ismail Assar, I don't know if they've scored points or not, but they probably piqued interest a little bit more moving into this really nice run of fixtures they have, starting with Southampton at home. So, Ismail Assar, you weren't too hot on him on last episode.
And look, he's blanked in Game Week 18 now.
Well, we don't know that yet. But after the Bournemouth away fixture, would you be more tempted to jump in on him? Like, even if you got like a Rodgers or an Enzo that you don't like anymore, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, does Eze coming back hurt his positioning? How? Because I haven't been watching much of Crystal Palace.
See, I have a little bit, which is why I think I am so keen on him.
So how does Eze impact his position?
So he doesn't. So
At all.
Eze will play on one side and Sarr will play on the other side, and they will both be behind the main striker, who primarily is Mateta. Wonder if Nketiah could get some minutes there, but it's primarily Mateta there. And really, the role of Eze is a slightly more creative one of the two, and the other guy, who has been Sarr, pushes up a little further forward and plays like as a striker kind of thing. So it's kind of a three-man strike force. Sometimes it's two wingers. Sometimes it's more like one attacking midfielder and two forwards in a way. A little bit fluid like that. Obviously, you also have Munoz on the right-hand side, linking up quite well with Sarr a lot of the time. And that is also enabling Sarr to do quite well because the link up between the two players has been really, really nice. I think it's starting to click a little bit.
Yeah.
Is what we've seen.
Okay, well, in that scenario, I think he could obviously become interesting. I would want to possibly see what Eze coming back looks like. I am still not overly hot on it. It is still a Crystal Palace player. Southampton obviously picked up a 0-0 in Game Week 17.
That's fair.
I don't know what they've done in Game Week 18. Maybe Southampton are suddenly a little bit more defensively secure, and they're not as easy as much as a pushover as we've known them to be. or maybe they are. So that's the glory of pre-recording. But I do think that Munoz definitely is going to be an interesting option who's likely to come in for me as well.
Yeah. I think that's the good thing because even if Southampton do start to tighten up in defence, it's probably going to take a little longer for the attack to click because it hasn't been working this season. They've been the weakest attack in the Premier League and clean sheets are going to be there. And with a player like Munoz, you get a bit of the best of both worlds, really, because he is such a guy in the box. Like, he's a striker. He's an inside forward. He's not a defender. This guy is a full-on attacking guy. So I think definitely he would be higher on my list than a Sarr, than a Mateta, than an Eze, even as a defender, because the upside is so high there. Southampton in 19, Leicester in 21, West Ham in 22, Brentford in 23. Like, people say Brentford, they concede goals, but they also score goals. But a player like Daniel Munoz, it doesn't matter. Even against Chelsea in game week 20 at home, I think Munoz is playable in that fixture. It's not ideal, but why not?
Yeah. I'm not as hot on this as you, but I completely agree. Munoz is going to be a brilliant option, and I'm there with you. A team I do want to talk about, just in case we have a scenario, for example, that Man City absolutely smash Everton, and a player or two players who could become very interesting and very concerning quite quickly are Phil Foden and Erling Haaland.
The block of 4 fixtures, Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, Ipswich, are so nice for City.
Well, this is the thing, right? And if Man City have a good game week 18, and I'm assuming they do, obviously we could be talking about a 1-0 Everton win here.
I think they're probably lost by this point. Honestly, I think, like I said last episode, I think it's 1-0 to Everton.
Right, if they've lost, just skip 5 minutes. You're obviously not thinking about...
We need the retention. Don't skip. Listen anyway, please.
Listen to us talk nonsense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think in a scenario that Haaland and Foden become very interesting, a lot of people aren't going to be able to do it.
No.
There are going to be a certain few who will be because they've pulled a lot of money out of Saka.
Yeah.
If Haaland or Foden smash it against Everton, would you consider it for 19?
I don't think Haaland. I think he's possibly a little too much. And I think with Isak and Jackson, we like these players a lot. If we were going for if there was no Isak and Jackson, who are fairly expensive, it seems like if you want Haaland in your team, you got to have 2 cheap guys as the forwards alongside him, right? Yeah.
And I mean, Arsenal defense, Trents of the world. Haaland is just very hard to fit in.
He damages your team structure too much, and I think that's what puts me off him. Foden, I'd be more interested in if he can get back to his best, but at time of recording, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
so it's difficult really to speculate on that one too much. But the fixtures are good. The fixtures are good.
The fixtures are very good.
Fixtures breed form.
Fixtures breed form. But we were talking about that a week ago.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so,
definitely wasn't like 20 minutes ago.
Any other team that jumps out at you as having possible sells? I mean, I look at Newcastle's fixtures following game week 19, and I see a lot of red.
Yeah, so Newcastle take a bit of a dip. They play Man United away and Spurs away in 19 and 20. So obviously, we know Newcastle aren't typically a good team away from home. I know they've just battered Ipswich a week ago.
Last week?
No, the week before last. It was a while ago. I can't barely remember it at this point. But yeah, it's certainly Man United and Spurs, even though they are weaker defences and you usually fancy attackers against them, there's always that lingering doubt with Newcastle around these away fixtures. That said, I think Isak is still going to be a hold through these kind of fixtures. And and beyond that, because Newcastle's fixtures are good for a while after that. Wolves at home in 21, Southampton away in 23. Got some good fixtures in there still. So I don't think our Newcastle players are going anywhere despite the poor fixtures. You might want to think about benching a Lewis Hall if you've got him, but that's about it, I would say.
Yeah. How about Liverpool? So obviously, we're probably going to see them smashing Leicester again. We just saw them smashing Leicester.
Yeah, that was a big scoreline, wasn't it?
But yeah.
Or a small one, depending on what happened.
Or maybe they lost.
Maybe.
Van Persie turns it around. But whatever happens...
Van Persie?
Van Nistelrooy. You know how it is. Christmas gets people.
It's late. It's a Sunday. We need to get to bed.
No, it's Boxing Day.
Oh yeah, which is
Thursday.
Wednesday.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's
Yeah.
Thursday. So obviously, there's a lot of Liverpool players, and there's also a double game week on the horizon.
Mm.
Is there anything that we've learnt from game week 18 about positions?
You're such a knob, man.
Which players are likely to play up front and left wing?
I don't know. Do I? Fair play. I enjoyed that. That was a good one. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
Personally, I think Luis Diaz is a brilliant option because he obviously started and played 90 minutes and just scored multiple goals.
No, I don't know. I just wouldn't touch the man. Like, even if Jota's just come on and done well, if Diaz has come on and done well, that says nothing about the following fixture against West Ham. We could be seeing Darwin have a go. We could see... I mean, do you think Salah is ever going to get dropped? Could he miss a game? Could that even happen against Leicester? Well, you guys know this, obviously. If you're watching this, you'll know this by now. But
can you tell me, did he get rested?
Yeah, can you guys tell us? And then we'll know.
Then I'll captain.
But you know what I mean? Aside from Salah in particular, like the other positions are so volatile and you can't get yourself a consistent long-term asset. Even if the fixtures are good, I just worry about that a little bit.
But do they score enough that you can confirm a 60-minute appearance or a 30-minute appearance?
Well, that's the point. And I think players like Jota, one of the reasons I like players like Jota is because he's not only a good player from the start, but he's also a very good impact player. So when he is off the bench, and when you're playing FPL, a lot of people, like, when they see their player on the bench, they give up. They say, oh, here comes the one-pointer. But someone like Jota, we've seen many, many times him not just come on, not just score, but also pick up like bonus points and stuff like that from the bench. So I think a player like Jota I would be more tempted by because I'm more comfortable with him off the bench than I would be with a Diaz or a Gakpo, for example.
Yeah. I think final question.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. No, not fingers crossed. Obviously, Arsenal kept a clean sheet against Ipswich.
Obviously.
But the fixtures get more tricky from a defensive perspective.
They do. And I think some people look to pull some money out of the Arsenal defence, particularly if they're tripled up.
Particularly if Haaland performs.
Could be a route in. But, like, if I'm totally honest, if you're removing an Arsenal defender, I think the only reason to remove an Arsenal defender, even in the tougher fixtures, because I trust them in the tougher fixtures, would be to bring in a Liverpool defender.
Or Daniel Munoz.
To be fair, yeah. No, yeah, actually, that's fair. If I'm tripled up on Arsenal right now, in defence, and I have Raya, Gabriel, and then one of Saliba or Timber, obviously I would keep Gabriel, keep Raya because goalkeeper transfer is rarely worth it. But I don't know, I'd be tempted by a Timber or a Saliba down to a Munoz if you frees up some budget.
I think that's probably something worth considering. And I think this is an opportunity because a lot of people have been clamoring onto the Arsenal defenders, you amongst us, because you picked up 2 game weeks ago, you bought a Arsenal goalkeeper.
Well, no, that was, sorry. Now it's 2. My time, perception of time is all over the place. Yes, 2 game weeks ago, I would have picked up Raya, yes.
Exactly. So I think if you're trying to sort of bet against the ownership there, I think it's worthwhile coming off and having one of them. So, for example, I'm not going to be moving Raya, but I've got Timber, who doesn't seem to be getting the attacking threat, doesn't seem to be matching Gabriel, because Gabriel, even if he doesn't keep a clean sheet, just seems to get some kind of return.
The attack and returns there,
exactly. Right? So I do wonder if it's worthwhile pulling out of that, given the fixtures that they've got coming up from game week 19.
And of course, with Timber, you also have that lingering doubt about rotation. He's played a lot of minutes. We know Partey can play at right back. With left back situation, it was sparse, but now we've got kind of Lewis Skelly, who's able to play in the left back position. Calafiori's back as well now. So I think Timber maybe does miss a game at some point in the near future. So yeah, if you do have a Timber, I would be very tempted to pull the money out and go for a Daniel Munoz. But I think I'd also be very tempted to move him to a Van Dijk or a Trent. Because, of course, we still got that Liverpool double game week, which is penciled in for game week 24. We don't know if it's 100% going to happen then, but it's definitely something that we've got to consider as well. And maybe, like, you know, obviously I have Arsenal defenders right now. I'm doubled up on the Arsenal defence. So are you. But I don't know how you feel about this one. But in game week 19, if I only have one Arsenal defender, I'm probably not buying another one at that point.
No, 100%. Yeah, no. There's no way I'd be doubling up at that point. I'd be trying to come off.
If you have them already, fine.
Yeah.
But you probably don't pick up a second one if you don't have that already.
No. You just gotta follow through at that point.
Yeah. I'm not saying that will be a bad thing because the best defences will keep clean sheets against anyone, as we see with Everton with their persistent 0-0s frustrating us all.
And the recent victory against Man City.
The recent 1-0 victory against Man City. Wow.
Yeah, well done.
Well done, Sean Dyche. Masterclass.
Dawn Scheich 5-0.
Could have been a Dawn Scheich performance. Imagine if it's like 5-4. Can you imagine?
We have to come up with a new name for him.
What?
He concedes a lot and scores a lot. That is
Dawn Scheich. Dawn Scheich scores a lot and concedes a lot. Sean Dyche does neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opposite.
You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to do a quick game.
Who would win in a managerial battle between Sean Dyche and Dawn Scheich? What would the scoreline be between the two? Because Sean Dyche is the master of 0-0s. Dawn Scheich is the master of 5-5s.
Yeah.
So is it just like meet in the middle at like 2-2?
2-2, 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
That seems like it's edging towards Sean Dyche a little bit.
Yeah.
You think he'd win?
But I think Sean Dyche is more effective at keeping clean sheets than Dawn Scheich is at conceding and scoring.
Good point. Very good point. Sean Dyche wins.
Sean Dyche wins.
Great.
I want to do a quick, like trip down memory lane prediction.
Okay.
And I want to quickly ask you to remind us who were the top scorers points-wise in game week 18. Quick memory and also prediction game.
You're on thin ice today. Very, very thin ice.
It'll be fun.
You want to be okay? So let's just go to blank. By the way,
yes.
So we're gonna say who were the top scorers in game week 18.
Yes.
Even though we do know. Yes, we do know. But
we're reminding us memory test.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember now. I remember who was the top scorer in game week 18.
There we go.
It was Salah. Yeah.
He did very well.
He did very well. But I was quite impressed to see Jota scoring a lot of
he did a lot
points
of points
as well. He did a lot of points.
Yeah.
He did.
See, I remember things differently.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your memory saying?
My memory says that Haaland actually done quite well.
Really?
And Foden also did very well.
I think you might be misremembering, actually.
Well,
because that was like I thought that was a 1-0 to Everton, wasn't it? In my memory. No?
No, I think they did well.
All right. How did Bournemouth and Crystal Palace get on?
So that was a very interesting game.
Because I bought Ismail Assar, remember?
You did, and he returned.
Did he?
He returned surprisingly.
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Great goal.
Or assist. Doesn't matter. I'll take either.
He did one of them.
Yeah, I'd be right.
Maybe both.
I
Hopefully
can't wait to see how well this ages. By the way, imagine if like everything we say is like spot on. Yeah, shame about Lukaku's losing this clean sheet though.
Yeah, but we could have saw that happening. On the 22nd.
Yeah, maybe.
It's pretty predictable.
What other big games? Arsenal obviously kept a clean sheet against Ipswich.
Yeah.
So Gabriel, 8-pointer, clean sheet 2 bonus.
I think he only picked up the one.
Because of the goals scored.
Because of the goals scored
by Gabriel Jesus.
Ødegaard.
All right, I think one of each. Gabriel and Ødegaard score in game week 18.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you want to hear something hilarious?
Yes, always.
So Arsenal actually haven't played yet.
Oh. Of course they haven't. Because they play on
the day after.
Wednesday.
The Friday.
No, they play.
They play on Friday.
No, they play on Wednesday.
No, Wednesday's Christmas Day.
Wait.
Everyone plays on Thursday.
Sorry, game week 18. I'm thinking of game week 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, Arsenal tomorrow will keep a clean sheet. But anyway, I think that's about it.
Nah, let's do differential of the week. We still need the differential of the week.
We do need the differential of the week.
We'll do this on the fly as well, which is pretty fun.
Okay, is Ismail Assar under 5% on?
Oh, come on. You spent all this time ripping into Ismail Assar, and now you want him differential of the week.
Okay, I'm going to do...
You can if he's under 5%, which I think he
should be.
He should
yeah,
be.
he's 0.9.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to do Mateta.
Wait, so that means I can have Ismail Assar?
You can have it, because you have been banging on by him, so it's not fair.
No, I feel a bit bad now. I was just joking. You can have him if you want.
No, it's okay.
Yeah?
It's okay. I truly believe you. You have, for 2 weeks running, you
Yeah.
have been banging the drum. So, and I can get Mateta, so let's do that.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you'll go on Mateta.
Mhm.
I'll go on Sar.
Mhm.
Obviously, we don't know what the scores were for Gameweek 18. All we do, depending on
Yeah.
how much we lie right now to the viewers and listeners. Yeah, we'll update the table for next episode, I suppose. But yeah, I think that's pretty much a little shorter episode today, obviously, because we wanted to get something out for you guys, for continuity. But we're working with what we've got. It's a busy time over Christmas, and it's we're not going to record on Christmas Day. No one's going to be working here. Who's gonna set up the studio for us?
We almost convinced them to do it, but then we were like, you know what? They're probably not going to like us.
No, and we kind of want to continue this podcast,
Yeah.
ideally.
Yeah. They'll probably sabotage us, to be honest.
Yeah, true. They would.
Yeah.
One more thing. If today's the 26th,
Yes.
when this goes out, that means it's my birthday in 2 days.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah.
In 2 days.
In 2 days. Well, yeah. So yes, that's another reason why it's difficult to record and stuff at the moment, because it's my birthday and obviously doing stuff, and also my brother's birthday and Christmas. It's a crazy time, man. It's a crazy time. You got your birthday coming up in a few weeks as well.
Yes. On the 4th.
On the 4th of January.
Yes.
Well, may the January be 4th.
May the 4th be January.
Yes, indeed. 1 year older, another revolution around the sun. How about that?
Thank you for watching. It has been me and Dan for Stick to FPL, and we will catch you
Yes.
next year.
Yes. No. Yes. I don't know. I don't know what the timings are like anymore. I'm so confused.
Have a happy Christmas.
Yes.
If we don't catch you next year, if we don't catch you before next year,
Yes.
Happy New Year. And if we do, then I'll say Happy New Year again.
Yeah, cool. Right. Take care, guys. Make sure you do leave a like if you think this episode warrants it somehow. But that's it. See you later. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.